As USC frat members face sexual assault allegations, the toxic and criminal culture around fraternities across the country highlights how punishments for young men differ based on their race and status. I'm Yoonj Kim, and this is MTV News Need to Know. A new campus rule at the University of Southern California will require fraternities to have guards outside bedrooms during parties to prevent sex crimes. This comes after several frat houses faced allegations of sexual assault and drugging last semester. In September, USC came under fire for waiting weeks to disclose up to 7 allegations of drugging and 1 allegation of sexual assault at a Sigma Nu party. And once this news dropped, 8 more reports of sexual assault emerged, as well as 7 more reports of drugging, some allegedly involving other unnamed fraternities. And this violence and the university's mishandling of these accusations sparked student protests. And 4 frats, including Sigma Nu, were suspended, but we have yet to see legal action. This story brings into question how young men are punished in our society, depending on their identity. Ibram X. Kendi, best-selling author of How to Be an Anti-Racist, once compared frats to gangs in an essay for The Atlantic, contrasting the public perception and policies around them. If sexual violence is a violent crime, then the fraternity of today may be committing as many violent crimes as the gang of the 1990s that spooked fearful Americans into tough-on-crime policies. But Americans stereotype the gang and fraternity differently and treat them differently and rationalize their violence differently and police them differently. Multiple studies have shown that fraternity men are 3 times more likely to rape women than non-affiliated men, and women in sororities are 74% more likely to be raped because of their close ties to frats. And frats are not only dangerous for women, but they are the 6th worst insurance risk among all industries because of binge drinking, violent hazing, and interpersonal violence. And the FBI says campuses with larger presences of frats and sororities see more occurrences of hate crimes. Nevertheless, perception bias of both groups is significantly different. While members of both frats and gangs are known for illegal behaviors, gang members are more likely to be seen as criminals. Fraternity members are disproportionately white and upwardly mobile, and they're often perceived as bright young men are future leaders, despite high instances of sexual assault and other crimes. Campuses largely failed to take allegations against them seriously. So while billions of dollars in resources are poured into fighting urban crime each year, on-campus crime runs rampant. News outlets consistently give more coverage to crimes involving poor, marginalized communities. And meanwhile, victims of sexual assault on campus, almost always women, are often picked apart and dragged through the mud while their alleged attackers are rarely punished. This has sparked a surge of protests across the nation at campuses in New York, Iowa, Kansas, Massachusetts, Illinois, Mississippi, and Nebraska, demanding that frats be abolished. Our country has a long history of weaponizing sexual violence against Black men while ignoring it when the perp is white. And some of America's most brutal instances of racial violence were justified by falsely accusing Black men of sex crimes against white women, including the 1921 Tulsa massacre that left up to 300 dead and the murder of 14-year-old Emmett Till. All these persistent stereotypes have made racial disparities in criminal justice continue. Black men are disproportionately represented on sex offender registries, even though they are not more likely to commit sex crimes. LA Times journalist Jean Guerrero tweeted a reason why frat guys are often not held accountable. Many Greek alumni are the 1% who keep white male supremacy in this country alive. It's true. Greek graduates donate 4 times more to their alma maters than non-affiliated alumni. 85% of Supreme Court justices, 76% of U.S. senators, and 85% of Fortune 500 CEOs are fraternity men. And if college is the institution that shapes the future generation, frats are literally teaching our leaders that predatory behavior is okay and that they will get away with illicit activities. This lack of accountability is bleeding into our society from the very top. Is it so shocking that Brett Kavanaugh and Bill Clinton are former frat boys that have been accused of violence against women? USC is now requiring sexual violence prevention trainings for all members and paying guards to essentially babysit these men at parties. But that's just a slap on the wrist for crimes that are not just one-off incidents, but are as deeply ingrained in their culture as red Solo cups. A Title IX investigation into allegations of sexual abuse at several USC fraternities remains underway, but given the race and status of frat members and their financial benefit to universities, not much is expected to change to protect women and other students. Today, frat life forces many of us to conform to a social order dominated by white men, not just during college, but beyond. And if we want a society that truly values women and holds powerful men accountable, we should start by dismantling fraternity's toxic hold on our culture. I'm Yoonj Kim, and that's what you need to know.